The power of being single, embracing independence and growth. Being alone is often considered one of life's most daunting experiences. Picture yourself sitting alone at a table in a fancy restaurant or waking up in an empty bed that feels colder than it should. There's a persistent sense of emptiness, an unsettling silence in your home, a life that feels incomplete without someone to share it with. The thought of not having someone to celebrate victories with or lean on during tough times can be overwhelming. It can even lead to doubts about being worthy of love or companionship, making it feel like loneliness might be a permanent reality. If you've ever been single, chances are you've faced this fear at some point. But here's the truth. There's absolutely no shame in feeling this way. In a world that romanticizes relationships, it's natural, even expected, to feel pressured. Everywhere we look, from movies and music to social norms, we're bombarded with the idea that finding a romantic partner is life's ultimate goal. In fact, one of the most common social stigmas is the fear of never finding love. Because of this mindset, many people settle for relationships that don't truly fulfill them, believing that being with someone, anyone, is better than being alone. But what if we could shift our perspective? What if we saw being single not as a void, but as an opportunity? What if we embraced its benefits rather than focusing solely on its challenges? Redefining the single life. Being single doesn't mean being alone. You can still build meaningful, fulfilling relationships with friends, family, and even yourself, without needing a romantic partner to validate your worth. Society often expects a partner to fulfill multiple roles: best friend, therapist, caretaker, and provider. But no single person can meet all these needs. Instead, relying on a diverse support system can be far healthier. When you cultivate connections with a variety of people, you're less likely to feel isolated or abandoned during tough times. In fact, loneliness isn't exclusive to being single. It can exist even within relationships. Many people feel disconnected from their partners when unrealistic expectations aren't met, leading to feelings of alienation. Ironically, the loneliness that stems from an unfulfilling relationship can be even more painful than being single. Yet the fear of being alone keeps many people stuck in relationships that no longer serve them. If society placed less pressure on staying in relationships at all costs, more people would feel empowered to prioritize their own happiness instead of settling. Being single isn't a failure. It's an opportunity for self-discovery, personal growth, and true independence. The freedom of independence. Contrary to what Hollywood suggests, love doesn't complete us. We are already whole. While it's true that life can be more financially practical with a partner to share expenses, there are countless ways to live a fulfilling, independent life. You don't need a romantic relationship to define your success. As a single person, you have complete control over your choices, big and small. Whether it's moving to a new city, changing careers, or simply deciding what to have for dinner, your life is entirely yours to shape. This level of independence may seem trivial, but it's a unique kind of freedom that many people don't fully appreciate until they experience it. However, this freedom can also be intimidating. Many struggle with the responsibility of making all their own choices, which is why some remain in codependent relationships. But being single forces you to confront these fears head-on. It challenges you to take ownership of your life, develop self-reliance, and gain a deeper understanding of your own desires. A time for self-discovery. Singleness is an opportunity to rediscover yourself. Throughout childhood and young adulthood, our decisions are often shaped by parents, teachers, and societal expectations. But when you're single, you get the chance to truly listen to your own voice without external influence. It's a time to explore your values, dreams, and ambitions. That said, Being single isn't without its difficulties. There will be moments of loneliness, especially when friends and family are occupied with their own lives. At times, you may miss the comfort of a romantic partner, the emotional and physical intimacy that comes with a relationship. But true companionship isn't limited to romance. Meaningful friendships, family bonds, and deep connections with others can be just as fulfilling. One of the biggest challenges of being single is taking full responsibility for your happiness. There's no one else to blame when things go wrong, which can feel overwhelming. However, this responsibility also presents an opportunity for growth. By facing your struggles directly, you give yourself the chance to heal, evolve, and become the person you're meant to be. The strength in being single. Embracing your single life isn't about avoiding relationships. It's about understanding yourself first. And when the right person does come along, you'll be in a better position to recognize and nurture a healthy, fulfilling connection. You'll know your worth, set clear boundaries, and choose a partner who complements your life rather than defines it. Being single is not a failure. It's a chance to grow, reflect, and create a life that brings you happiness on your own terms. If you can find joy within yourself, you'll bring that same joy into any future relationship. Instead of rushing into something just to fill a void, you'll wait for a connection that truly aligns with who you are. At the end of the day, the best relationships are built on a foundation of self-awareness and confidence. Whether single or in a partnership, what truly matters is personal growth, mutual understanding, and shared experiences. Join the conversation. If this perspective resonated with you, consider sharing your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever had a moment where being single taught you something valuable? Do you think relationships are essential for personal growth? Your story might inspire someone else to see things in a new light. And if you found this message meaningful, don't forget to like and share. It helps more people discover content like this. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more discussions on relationships, psychology, and self-improvement. Thank you for spending your time here today. Your journey is yours to shape, so embrace it fully, whether single or in a relationship. Stay curious, keep growing, and remember, happiness starts from within. Until next time, take care.